What's up, Madden 25 gamers? Today we're going to be taking a look at the defensive scheme of the week. We're going to have the introduction as well as the base play we like to use. We're actually in the 4-6 playbook for this week's scheme of the week. I set the audibles here for you. What we have here set up is we got the 2-man under, we get the cover 4, the rush outside, and the inside blitz. Now, what we like to do with all of these plays, and another thing that we're going to be talking a little bit more about in terms of some situational plays you could come out in if you don't like to manually adjust plays. But what we like to do with this defense is we like to come out in the cover 3. That's the main base play for this. I'll show it to you here, what it looks like here. So we got the cover 3 on the right side, and then we got the rest of it on the left. But the cover 3 is the base play. It's probably one of the best plays overall in the game because of what we can do with it. The way the formation aligns itself, it's a really good play, and it's got a lot of potential. We're going to be breaking it down in a lot of assets, but mainly today we're just going to talk about how I like to run it as a base play. There's certain situations where I use this play as well as the cover 4 when I'm talking about my zone blitzing schemes, and we'll get into that in the zone blitz video. But this is overall my base play. It's also my run defense from this formation. Actually, you know what? No, it's not my run defense. It's my base run defense. You know how I like to use the stink pitch zone as my base run D, but when I need to really stop the run, I went to my sellout run D, and out of this formation, that's why we got the rush outside. It's also, we can use the rush outside. The beauty of the 4-6 is its flexibility. We can use the cover 3 for several different things. We use the rush outside for several different things, and it's all based on the formation, so I can't wait to get into this breakdown with you guys. Real quick, let's hop into the Dallas Cowboys depth chart. Now, one of the things I also like to do with the 4-6 normal is it's the only package in the game that allows you to get safeties at linebacker. So what we want to do is, if you're using a team like Seattle or Cincinnati who has a great secondary, you want to use the 4-6 speed package. And you want to put your best, the two guys you want to put at linebacker, you want to put those at your 3rd and 4th string safety positions on your depth chart. Anyways, guys, let's get a look at the Dallas Cowboys depth chart now. The left of screen defensive end is going to be the defensive end that's going to come free on our blitzes. So for this, we're going to put Anthony Spencer here, just because we want to have DeMarcus Ware to give him the opportunity to be the beast he is. But Anthony Spencer, he needs a little help with that 89 overall. Not as good as that 94, so we're going to give him a little help and get him free on our blitzes. Defensive tackles, Hatcher and Ratliff, by far, the top way to go here. You could put DeMarcus Ware there, but in my opinion, it ruins his purpose in this defense, and that's for the base play. Really, DeMarcus Ware makes himself one of the best players in the game with the base setup we're going to talk about today. Left outside linebacker. Now, this is the linebacker on the right side of the screen. His job is simply to occupy space. He's not really going to be doing anything in terms of blitzing. He's not going to be coming free. He's not going to be doing any of that. So what I like to do with Dallas is I like to put Ernie Sims at the middle linebacker, and I like to put Sean Lee at the left outside linebacker. So you see I got Sean Lee here. The middle linebacker is occasionally going to be your user player, depending on your style with this. If you're a beginner, I would recommend him using the middle linebacker. So that's why we put Ernie Sims here. But even if you're not going to use the middle linebacker, again, this is the linebacker that's really never going to be blitzing. He's kind of more of a pass coverage role. And with this 85 speed of Ernie Sims, it's really going to make that a little bit more effective. And then I like to put Durant as a backup. The right outside linebacker. Now this is probably the best overall linebacker for your defense. He is the main blitzer. He's the linebacker that's going to be blitzing on blitzes where he will come free. So you need to have good speed, good hit power. I like a guy like Bruce Carter. None better in the game in my opinion. By far one of the best overall Madden gems over the last 3 years. This guy's been a phenomenal player in Madden and is really starting to take it to his own in the NFL. The corners. Now, I set this up for the 4-6 speed package if I ever want to go into it. Situations like that would be, for example, if I get into a 3rd and long or something like that. I like to put B.W. Webb at the 4th corner slot so he goes down into that position. And the reason I like to do that is none other than this. His 92 acceleration, 93 agility, really going to help us out there. You see, no one else really compares except for Danny McCray, but Danny McCray doesn't have the natural pure speed that a guy like B.W. Webb has. And also, B.W. Webb is just a really good player. He's got some decent hit power. Free safety position. This is your user player. My favorite player to put here is J.J. Wilcox, and we'll talk a little bit about that right now. So J.J. Wilcox, decent speed. He's got decent agility, decent acceleration. What is off the charts with this guy? He's got decent catching. But if we take a look at his hit power, he's got the second highest hit power to 1 point. So 87 hit power, going to be able to hold it down there. And then if he goes down, we have a lot of options here. Overall, for my money, I like Danny McRae. He can do a little bit of everything as my backup. He has good speed, good acceleration. But if you wanted to, also, you could go with Frampton. He's a guy that has really good hit power as well. Strong safety. This is the guy that's going to be kind of like the right of screen outside linebacker in terms of the way the formation looks. That's why you want a stronger dude there. This guy's almost like a hybrid linebacker and coverage player. So probably, for like the Texans, you want to put. I put Ed Reed there. He needs to be able to do a lot. He needs to be able to cover deep zones, curl flat zones, all that stuff. I put your best overall safety in this position. A guy like Barry Church is definitely going to be a good player for that. So now that we got the depth chart set up, we're going to show you the base setup out of the 46 normal, and then we're going to get to it. So what we like to do with the cover 3 here is we're going to come out in it, and real quick, we'll just run this play. But you want to do is base align and show blitz. That's the main look you're going to see here. And we'll talk a little bit about that after the computer runs this play for us. But you see, the 46 normal is a formation that is almost like an exact carryover to last season. So again, the base play is cover 3, and what we want to do with it is we want to baseline and show blitz, as I just said. And then what we want to do is we want to put, and this is where we get into that bend but don't break style of defense. The 4-6 normal, like I said, it's a flexible defense, and that's how I like to use it. So we'll show you the base setup for the cover 3. We're not going to show you the blitz setups. That'll be later on in the week, okay? And it's because that this is our main zone blitz as well. But anyways, for the basic setup, basic pass defense, we are going to run baseline, show blitz, and then we're going to spread our line. What we want to do here is we want to purple the outside guys here, Church and Carter, and we want a quarterback spy, Jay Ratliff. Now we're going to user this safety here over the middle and shade the coverage down. You see, we're going to create this look at the snap of the ball. What's going to happen is your outside guys are going to get one-on-ones with the tackles, and you see that quick block shed for a sack there. Really effective in this game. So another thing we like to do out of this play is situations where you think the opponent's going to be passing. That first setup is kind of a in-betweener. You want to run that on 1st and 10, and here's your kind of main thing. Spread your line, crash it out. You want to re-blitz both defensive ends. And then what I like to do is I like to spy one of the tackles. It doesn't matter which one. It's up to you. I normally will spy Hatcher, though. Or, excuse me, Ratliff, though, because he's on the inside of the hip of the guard versus Hatcher's on the outside. He's going to get a better rush angle. Again, we want to purple both guys. And what we're expecting here is we're expecting the pressure to come a little faster than it did earlier. It's going to give up draw and stuff like that, but you see they get upfield a little better, get better rush angles, and look at that pressure. I mean, they just get off the blocks, guys. That's why Dallas is so good, guys. Dallas is for this defense, I think Dallas can compete with the Niners in terms of actual talent. The defensive ends, like how good they are, actually makes up for the lack of secondary, and we can really take advantage of that. Now, this is, like I said, this is a base. This is a simple play that you can run against the pass. What about if they run the ball on 1st down? It's a good thing you brought that up. What happens if they run the ball on 1st down? What we like to do on this, and if this situation, if they want to run, so we're going to use a strong close to illustrate the concept here. Sure, run the quick toss out of it. And if they're running the ball, what's going to happen is when we baseline show blitz, if it's strong close, of course, we're going to unbaseline and then re-show blitz to get this look. Spread the defensive line. Again, we're going to quarterback spy Ratliff. And then you want a purple zone, Church and Carter. And then put Wilcox in that quarterback hook zone. Shade the coverage down. If you could pass commit if you want. I normally pass commit when I'm blitzing, but if I'm not blitzing, I'll just leave it. And so what's going to happen is a strong close. Your job as Wilcox is to hold that outside edge. There I actually only got quicked off. But you see this does a really good job against the quick toss. And that's one good thing. What about the inside run? So like the dive. Again, you want to show blitz. If it's compressed, you don't want to baseline. Purple the dudes. Move him down. Set it up like this. We're not blitzing, so we're not going to pass commit. At the snap of the ball, if we see them run a dive, we're just going to come right down. Force that run outside and hold that inside edge. Forcing them, to a minimal gain. And then in a situation like this, if they pass out of this formation, the beauty of this defense is we're going to still have decent coverage. We're only sending 3 guys at the quarterback. We got a really good basic coverage that can really cause some confusion. Here they're going to run a play-action play, try to catch us off guard. We're not going to fall for it. We're staying back. We're staying disciplined, and the pressure is eventually going to come in. So that's the base setup, guys, out of the 4-6 normal. I hope you guys can use this tonight to make you a better player. And also, guys, adjust it. If they're throwing to the short flat routes, leave those flat routes out there. If they're throwing deep up the seams, maybe consider the cover 4. This is just a base play to kind of give you a feel what your opponent's doing. This is not meant to be ran all game. It's a really good play, guys. I hope you check it out. Anyways, guys, that's all we got for you today. Real quickly, before we end the video, I really do want to say thank you guys so much for sticking with me through the last couple of days. I know that a lot of things have gone on the channel. The channel hasn't been able to be ran as good as I can run it, and I do apologize for that. I'm now back in full effect now. I got the software on the computer, and I got the computer actually able to handle the software. So that'll be good, and we'll be able to run this. We'll be able to run this channel the way we should have been running it all along. Blitz of the days are back. We got everything back. Everything's going to be back on schedule. And hopefully by the end of this week, we'll have everything organized. And we'll actually be able to maybe even release an ebook towards the end of the week if we can get this, if we can get the software uploaded. So thanks for watching, guys. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you guys are new. Maybe this is your first video you're seeing of me. Go ahead and check out some of my older videos, and they will kind of catch you up. I have a lot of videos on my YouTube channel. There's a lot of content. You know, maybe take a couple hours a night and just say, okay, I'm gonna watch 1 or 2 videos, and then I'm gonna practice them in practice mode. And that's how you get better, guys. And, it's not because I'm just that much better than you, but you getting in practice mode alone is going to make you a better player in this game. So be sure to be getting in practice mode. Be sure to be checking out other people's YouTube channels because they always have some good content. And I'm not the only dude that can bring good stuff to the game. I'm probably one of the dudes that maybe bring bad stuff to the game sometimes. But definitely want to check out other people. I hear some guys tell me, hey, I don't want to watch anybody else because I want to be loyal to you, but at the same time I want to check these guys out. Guys, feel free to go check out other channels. I actually encourage you to do that. And anyways, that's all we got for you guys today. That's really all I wanted to talk about in today's video. So we'll see you tomorrow. I'd really appreciate, again, the opportunity to get to share with you guys on a daily notice or on a daily basis. And I can't wait to get into the Blitz of the Days and then ultimately the part 2 of this scheme. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll teach you tomorrow how to lock up the run out of the 4-6 normal. Thanks for watching.